Today we are making holographic stickers with our silhouette machines. Hi and welcome back to my craft room. My name is Kelsey. I also call myself Dinosaur Mama, and today we are making holographic stickers. Now I am using my Silhouette Cameo 5 to make these today. You can use any silhouette. You can also use a Cricut to do this, but I am showing the setup in studio. I do feel like Silhouette has the better experience when it comes to print and cut and with making stickers. I will link down below though my tutorial to my die cut kiss cut stickers that I made with Cricut. That way you can also see the setup over there. But all in all, it's gonna be pretty much the same. And when it comes to laminating your stickers, putting the holographic part on it, that will always be the same no matter which machine you're using. If you are new here, welcome to my craft room. I'm so happy you're crafting with me. Please check out the links below over to my website where I have over 850 free SVG files, and I come out with different Cricut and Silhouette tutorials every single week. I try to keep up with it as best as I can, and I am just so happy that you have found my page, my YouTube, and that you want to do some crafting with me today. Hopefully I can answer all of your questions in this video when it comes to sticker making, especially if you're a beginner. But let's get started over in Silhouette Studio. That's really where most of the tutorial is going to be, is really your setup, and then the machine takes care of the rest. So let's get started. So I already made one sheet of stickers for my son for school, and I'm just gonna replicate that. And I am using Minecraft images. These are for my personal use. Just keep in mind trademark when you are creating things to sell. I always like to mention that because I myself had made that mistake in the past before I knew better. And so I just want to keep that in mind if you are thinking about doing this for a shop like Etsy. Now, if you want to create stickers, but you're not an artist, I'm not an artist, you can always go to a website like Creative Fabrica and get a subscription. I will link that down below. I have a subscription to Creative Fabrica, and all of their designs are for commercial use. So you can make stickers and produce them and sell them without any issue. So always keep that in mind when it comes to trademark images. But let's go ahead and set up our stickers. Again, I'm using Minecraft images. I removed the background using Kittle. I'll have that linked down below as well. So for setup, you're gonna go right up to the top over here. And the first thing you're gonna wanna do is pick your machine. Now I have a Cameo 5 and I also have a Portrait 3. We're gonna use my Cameo today. You can use either because these sticker sheets are going to be letter size, at least mine are. My feed type, I am going to do just the auto manual. The cutting mat, I am going to use a 12 by 12 today. I'm not going to use the electrostatic mat. I do feel like the electrostatic mat works best with like really thin, not really thin paper, but thinner paper. So I'm just going to use a 12 by 12 mat. And then I am going to change my media size to letter. So this is going to leave the 12 by 12 mat in the background, but it is going to change the size of the paper. Now, you still need to set up your page for printing. So you're gonna go up here to page setup and registration marks, and you are gonna turn those on. So I am gonna max out my paper here, right? So we can restore to default, but I am gonna max out my paper here, and you can change that here and change anything else. I'm not gonna put a print bleed on because I am going to add on a slight offset onto these, and these are going to be full cut out stickers. They are not going to be a sticker sheet. All right, so here are my images for my stickers, and I'm just gonna make them a little bit bigger, and I'm gonna pop them right down here at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually gonna go here to my lines on the side, the line style, and I am going to remove my lines here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab an offset, and you can see the red line around all of these. It's perfect, except for this one right here. So I'm actually gonna just go down ever so slightly because I do not want those to be connected. You want these to be individual stickers. So they are right there. So I'm just gonna go one little bit more here. And of course you can always zoom in and check out, make sure you have no overlapping pieces. So these look good. I'm very happy with them. And now each one is individual, and we can just leave them with the red because I'm cutting a white background. Now, if you wanted a different background, you'd have to go into your color and change it. But I am going to leave a white background because I just wanted it to have a little bit of an offset. And now here, if you want to get rid of any of these cuts in the middle, you can go in, I double click. You can also go to node over here, and then I'm going to go to shift and grab those nodes, and I'm just going to delete them. So now it's going to just give us a background. I'm going to do the same here for this guy. Everything else looks good. So now my stickers are ready to be cut here, but I also want to make my son's name. And now I downloaded a Minecraft type font from DaFont, and again, I can link that down below for you. And now I'm going to add an offset here as well. I want this one to be a little bit bigger though than that first one. And now I am going to change all of my colors here. So for this one, I'm going to do green on the inside. I'm actually going to take my color dropper and grab the green. And then I am going to go back to my S here. I'm going to remove the line because I don't want that to be cut. I only want the outside of all my stickers to be cut. I'm going to add a little box here and weld it. That way we can have one big sticker. Okay, now I'm just going to grab it and I'm going to weld it to the back here so we can grab all three and weld. And now I'm just going to send it to the back. Now we have one big sticker here. I'm just going to group it. You can right click and group, or you can use a shortcut Command G. And now I'm going to just make this a little bit smaller, and I'm going to duplicate a bunch of times. So now we have everything set up with our stickers. It looks good. I have the outside. We removed any of the lines with the red. So now we can go over to send, and you'll see it's cutting the edge still of the graphic. So I'm actually going to go into line. And I only want the red to be cut. So that removed that inside line. It's only going to cut the outside line. So now I do want to change this to sticker. And there is a holographic. You can change it to whatever you want. I'm actually not going to cover up my lines here. I'm going to leave them uncovered, and I will show you how to do that. And now everything is ready to be sent over to our machine. So let me go turn on my Cameo and I'll show you the settings that I use. So I have it to the sticker paper and it says blade depth and passes. I am actually going to up my passes to 3, and my force is all the way up, and I'm going to leave my blade depth at 5. Now, a lot of this is going to be you testing your sticker paper with your holographic sheet over it. Your blade sharpness is going to make a difference here. So it's really up to a lot of your factors. So you can try my settings, but I always suggest doing a test over here and then working your way from there. So you can go up to print. It's going to pop up your printing page. Now, I don't know why my little line isn't down here, but we're going to roll with it. I'm going to hit print. And I am going to go to my printer options. This will depend on your printer. I'm going to go to printer settings, and I am going to use presentation paper matte and quality. You can use, obviously, if you're using glossy, you can also use glossy. So let's go ahead and print. Now, if you are missing those red lines, you may need to go back into your image and go to the line panel on the right. It's going to be over by the colors, and you'll have to adjust your line colors so they're all the same, or click on the line colors that you want cut. Okay, so here is our printed out sheet, and it did end up cutting that little line at the bottom, so that was just like a glitch. The stickers look great, and now we're going to add on our holographic sheet. So I don't want to cover up the registration mark, so that includes the square at the top and the lines on the side. So we are going to first measure our holographic sheet, and I'm going to make sure I actually have a little overlap where those lines are, and we are just going to cut out where the lines are. I'll show you in a second. So I flipped over my page. It does have lines to work off of, but I'm just going to mark it with a pen and then use my scissors to cut where I'm marked. Now you do see I am over the registration lines, and I do want that. I do want there to be some overlap, because what I have found when I make these, if I don't do the entire page and I make it too skinny, I end up not covering up those stickers that are near the edge all the way. So the easiest way that I have found is to just cut where the registration lines are and not make it super, super small. It's better basically to have more and cut out what you don't need than not have enough from the get-go. So I'm cutting up my holographic sheet, and my holographic sheets are A4, and I have everything linked down below in the description of what I'm using. And now I'm going to cut out the negative space that we don't want. So you see it's like very, very covered, and I'm just going on an angle here, and double check, make sure you don't have anything printed underneath it, and just do a little snip. You can even just go around the edge and cut out like the actual corner piece, like I'm going to do for the black square. But this way your registration marks aren't covered. If you have something up in that corner to be cut, either you can adjust it before you print, or you can just cut your holographic paper so it's not covering that up. That is what I found to be the best way to work with this, and especially with your Cricut. I feel like your Silhouette might be a little bit better and it probably would be okay over the holographic, but if you're working with a Cricut and you have registration lines and you want to make holographic stickers, this will be extra excellent because it shouldn't have a problem reading your paper then. So now I'm folding back my holographic paper, and I have wasted many, many pages of this learning how to do it. So you just want to pull back a little bit and kind of scrunch it down, and I accidentally stuck it back down to my paper. But you want to make like a little fold here so that you have a little bit of the sticker paper out, and then you're going to place this down onto your sticker sheet. So again, I'm lining it all up. Make sure you have it lined up where the square will be out, and also make sure you have it lined up where the other corner will be out. That way you're not like on an angle or anything. And once you have it ready and placed where you want it to be, I suggest using a squeegee with some sort of like spongy edge or a ruler wrapped in a towel. And you're just going to stick it down and then use your little sponge. And now what I found is you just want to keep it so you're not pulling that backing off. You're just slightly scooting as you go along, and this will help prevent any bubbles. And you can go faster and faster as you get closer to the edge, and it definitely is easier if you have something longer. I just don't have a squeegee that's that long covered in anything, nor do I have a ruler now that I think about it. So now it's all done and flat. I have one little bubble at the bottom and it came out super easily with my squeegee. There was no folding. I'm actually very proud of myself with this. And now we have our holographic sheet on, and we're ready to send this to our machine. And now from here out, our machine does the rest of the work. We have no real work here. So here is my machine cutting everything out. It is going to do 3 passes, and it already has everything set, and it read everything beautifully. So I had no like weird cuts. Silhouette definitely is like the machine to go to if you are doing a lot of print and cut. I feel like they never fail when registering, and the cuts are always so precise and beautiful and never like off cut. It's really, really nice. And here I am just going to peel the backing of like the extra space of my stickers. And again, these are die cut stickers. And now I'm going to also remove them from the Silhouette mat. So just be careful when you're doing this because my Silhouette mat was really sticky. So the backing of my sticker kept sticking to the mat. So just take your time peeling these off. And here are my final stickers. The holographic paper is so great. And you got a lot of sheets from Amazon if you choose the ones that I had. And they look awesome. I'm very, very proud of these. They stick great. They should be waterproof to a point. And I hope that this helped. Thank you for joining me as we made our holographic stickers. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something from the tutorial, please don't forget to give this a thumbs up. It helps me so much. Subscribe to my channel for new videos every single week, and share this with one of your friends who've been wanting to make stickers. I will see you soon in my craft room, and stay crafty.